Hey, what's up, Exit the Matrix family? Bob here. Hope you're having a great day. Hey, today, guys, I just wanted to do a video on the Matrix is real. What I run into a lot of times on my Facebook page, I'll get these lefties that'll jump in sometimes and they'll say, "You're crazy, you're delusional. The Matrix was just a movie written by two transgender women, and it was about coming out as transgenders, and that's what it was truly about." Well, obviously the movie was so essentially the people that control this world, they believe in balancing their karma. And so when they're going to do things to humanity, when they're going to, with all their evil machinations that they're up to, they believe by telling us they're balancing their karma, because they're basically saying that we're allowing it, that we're approving it to happen to us by us not reacting or us not protesting what they do. So they control the entertainment and media, social media. So what they'll do is they'll do slow drips of information. You'll find a lot of truth in movies, and then of course the rest is BS in movies. But they'll mix it in there, and then that way they believe they can turn around and say, "Oh, hey, we told you, right? And you allowed this to happen, so you must have acquiesced to it." So, the movie The Matrix, for one, it is not based off of the Wachowski sisters or brothers or whatever they are coming out. No, they filmed the movie. They were the producers. The writer, the true writer of The Matrix, was a different woman. And in fact, and I'm not even going to say her name here, because for some reason, whenever you mention her or anything, it gets shadow banned, or it gets, banned off of like these different social media accounts. And I think there's a lot to that. But I have had posts in the past on Facebook that mention her and stuff. If you want to go back and find that, with a little bit of research, you can find out who I'm talking about. But essentially, this woman, she was the one who wrote The Matrix, and in fact, she wrote the Terminator series too. And she says that they go hand in hand. Terminator was set before The Matrix, and after the robots, the AI, the robotic systems beat humanity, they needed to power their systems to stay alive, so they used humans as batteries, the survivors. And they built The Matrix as an illusionary world that you would hook humans' minds into, so that they thought that everything was still normal and it was just a regular world they were living in and such, while they harvested their bodies like batteries, because human beings are electrical beings, and we are directly connected to source, to the quantum field. So in theory, we could be used as batteries. So The Matrix was actually, most of The Matrix was adapted from the Nag Hammadi, from the Gnostic texts, about the Demiurge and his archons. Think of the Mr. Smiths, and the Demiurge being the architect who created this world to trap souls and to harvest souls creative and energetic abilities. It was not about these sisters. No. See, leftists are pretty shallow people. And I'm not saying that to all of you. I have some leftists that follow my page, and maybe they have more socialist views and stuff, and that's fine. To have a diverse world and to look at things from all angles, you need people from all walks of life and that look at life from different angles. However, I find a lot of the militant leftists, radical leftists online are very shallow people. They don't have faith in anything, not even in themselves. And they have this pure hatred for anybody that wants freedom or that loves anything. It's amazing. These people are sick and demented. And they don't think deep. Oh yes, many of these people on the left, they got their bachelor's degree and their master's degree. They're just hyper propagandized sheep. That's all they are. They're bootlickers of the system, and they may be super intelligent in their field, but outside of that, they're dumb as dog shit. And that's the truth. I have debated so many people on the far left that I just don't even do it anymore because they don't think deeply. They don't think philosophically, except for maybe, what they were taught in their philosophy class in college or whatever, which all that only goes to a certain depth. And then that's it. They bottom out. Oh, they bottom out at Freud's thinking. That's about it. They don't go any deeper. They don't study esoteric texts, ancient religion. They don't study anything. They just believe what they're told. They're the perfect programmed human. Just like the far right that are completely programmed by religion. The same thing. You got the far right programmed by religion, perfect sheep, just like their book tells them, they're a bunch of sheep. And you have the far left, perfect programmed humans that are bootlickers of the system. They like to give the demiurge pleasure. I'm being harsh, but it's the truth. The far right and the far left are cancer. And I wish people would wake up and see this. The esoteric texts even tell you the way to enlightenment is the middle road. The middle road, folks, that means that you are in balance with your left and your right hemispheres of your brain. And not only that you're connected to the higher source. That is the path to enlightenment. And you only find it once you break out of the paradigms of the far left and the far right. But so many are programmed, and it's hard to get people to see the simple truth. So the Matrix, like I said, it is based off the Gnostic teachings. Now, many of you on the right, you'd say, oh, well, my Pastor Dan said that the Gnostic teachings are heretical. They're non-canon. Yes. And you still believe that your book was written by God and not by a bunch of elite priest class and ruler class tyrants from Rome. Yes. You believe the Gnostics were heretical because Pastor Dan told you that, right? Was that right before Pastor Dan had the giving plate, the donation plate passed around? Pastor Dan had to get a new car, a new caddy. You need that money coming in. That's your second tax, your tithing there. Why do you think Rome so badly wanted to integrate the church into their society after fighting the church for so long? Because they figured, well, we'll ball up all of our sun worship and our Greek gods, which were the Anunnaki worship. And, we'll ball all that up into a religion. We'll take the real Yeshua, we'll set him aside, and we'll create this new Jesus character, Hail Zeus. And it'll be perfect. Not only will we tax these stupid peasants, but we'll also get them to pay extra taxes called tithing. Because people, the priest class and the ruling class are one and the same. They're just different parts of the same monster. Different heads of the same hydra. This is so simple, but it just falls on deaf ears because people are programmed sheep. So, The Matrix, the movie, is it real? Well, obviously it's a Hollywood movie. Obviously, it was a metaphor and it was based off the Gnostic teachings. So, yes, there is truth in the movie. And essentially, it is to your face telling you the truth. The Hegelian dialect. The elite. The rulers behind the scenes. They have to tell you to your face the truth. But they mix it up with lies, so that you have to be smart enough to decipher the truth. But if you don't research anything, you don't know anything. You can't decipher the truth. If all you do is you go to work, you come home, and you watch your stupid sitcoms and your nightly news, and you go to bed, and the next day you do the same thing, maybe football's on that night, you drink some beer and watch football, and then go to bed, you don't know shit. Okay? So you have to believe what they tell you, because you're an empty vessel, intelligence and spiritual wise, because you only believe what your pastor tells you. I guarantee you that 95% of your weekly pew sitters have never even studied the Bible front to back to front. I guarantee that. Because how many Christians do you have that say the Old Testament God is a loving God and it's Christ? It's one and the same. It's the Trinity. Well, they've obviously never read the Old Testament and they've never studied it, because it's quite obvious that there are multiple gods in the Old Testament. It's quite obvious that it was more than one God, or at least beings claiming to be gods, that were the Elohim. Elohim is plural. El is singular. And they say, oh, well, that was the Trinity. Oh, yeah, God, the Trinity was, come, let us make man in our image after our likeness. God is not a human being, people. Come on now. Oh, well, yeah, he came as Jesus, right? Now, the source is all creation, people. It does not look like a human. Now, are we part of God? Are we in the image of God spiritually? Yes, spiritually we are. Physically, no. These bodies were fashioned by the Elohim, the shining ones, the powerful ones, the watchers, people. That's who fashioned your body, your avatar, that you find yourself traveling the earth on, or in right now. Okay? Let's get this straight, people. This is not hard to figure out. And your loving God in the Old Testament was a killer, a murderer, a deceitful, hateful God. Not once does he ever even talk about love. He is so fickle. He is so shallow that if you do not do exactly what he tells you, he destroys you. He destroys your children's children. He curses you. He wipes out men, women, and children. He steals land from sovereign peoples. He says, murder them all. Enslave the children and the women. Make the women your sex slaves. Kill all the men. This is the loving God, people. Come on, wake up. Read, study your Bible. I can't even deal with people that claim to be a Christian, but yet they don't read the effing Bible. They don't study it. And I'm not talking about just what few verses Pastor Dan sent you home to go study, and in Mark or John or whatever, hand picking little verses here and there, that the honeyed words, the milk of the word, right? Get into the meat of the word, people. Start studying it. And I guarantee you, listening to what I say with a different viewpoint, go read that Old Testament, and you're going to find out real damn quickly that was not the creator of all. That was a jealous, tyrannical demiurge. The Gnostics were right. That's why there was a witch hunt for the Gnostics. That's why the Roman Church murdered all the Gnostics and burned all their books. Luckily, the Nag Hammadi survived. And some of the Dead Sea Scrolls. Some of the writings survived. Now that is truly thankful to the creator of all. Now this world, people, is a matrix. They do harvest our energy. What do you think you do every day? They tell you to your face at work, hey, Bill, hey, you need to go talk to human resource. You need to update your health care plan. Yeah, people, you're a human resource. Do you not understand? They're telling you to your damn face what you are. You're not a sovereign spiritual entity experiencing this realm through the human avatar. Not to them. You're just a human resource. You're a battery. You work your ass off every day to try to survive in a world that's becoming more degenerate and crumbling around you. Taxes going up, rights going down, groceries going up, the health of that food, that supposed food, getting worse and worse for you, so it poisons you more and more. Then you think you go to a doctor to fix those issues, and they make you sicker and sicker and put you on more and more pills. People, you ain't nothing to them but a damn resource. They suck your energy. You go work your ass off for a dollar that is being devalued daily by these assholes that run this country and this world. Which means all that energy that you invested to get that piece of paper, that digit in your bank account is devaluing constantly. So that means the more energy you're investing, you're getting less of a trade for it. And that goes against natural law. Usury goes against natural law. It goes against the universal laws. There is supposed to be an equal there's supposed to be an equal energetic exchange. The harder you work, the more energy you're supposed to receive. But they're stealing from you. They are thieves. They are the worst kind of entity you can imagine. You work harder and harder. They suck your energy out like a battery. You go home, you go to sleep, and you try to get enough sleep and eat enough decent food to recharge your battery, right? But isn't it funny how we all live pretty much running at half battery strength as it is, and yet they keep sucking more out of your battery? And so what do? Well, here's energy drinks, and here's all these stimulants that will help charge your battery a little bit. But the funny thing is, or not so funny, ironic, I guess you should say, is all these energy drinks, they take even more of your life force away in the long run because they're all filled with poison too. If you say that, you're saying that the Old Testament God that was walking the earth, even though it says you have never seen him and he has never been on the earth, but yet it shows him walking through the Garden of Eden, right? And following the children, the Hebrews up out of Egypt. Well, obviously, that's the God of this world. That's the devil. And who do the Judeans worship? The devil. That's who. And who runs the money system in the world? The Babylonian money system. The debt-based money system that robs you of your energy and gives back less and less and less in return, which is evil. It is usury. And guess what? They don't do that to their own people, only the rest of us. Read between the lines if you get what I'm saying. Yes, they worship the devil. Yeshua even told them to their faces. To the Pharisees and Sadducees. Your father is the devil. But here's Christians. Yahweh, I love you. Yahweh, my Father, Yahweh in heaven. Man, Yahweh ain't in heaven. He's ruling this world, dummy. Wake up. Wake up. You're asleep, Neo. You need to wake up, Neo. Yeshua was trying to teach you how to be Neo and how to be the one. How to heal, how to cast out demons. How to overthrow the money changers. How to see who the devil was and who his servants were. He was trying to teach you to go within, not without. Find your connection to the Creator within. Don't go to a church and give your power to others. Not build mega churches and sing songs about how you're just a lowly... what's that song I always remember? I remember from church that I'm just I'm a lowly person. Church, God, you had to come save me and all this and that. Man, these people, dude, they rob you of your true source power. You are the God. You are God's children. And man, God's children, we have been just harvested like batteries, left and right. And some of you say the Matrix ain't a real thing. Well, I don't know. It sure seems like we're living in an illusionary world to me. Sure seems that it's ran by demonic forces that harvest our energy like batteries to me. It sure seems that we are in a constant poisoned state because they're trying to limit our intelligence and our spiritual abilities. Sure seems like that to me. It sure seems like most of the people are glad to just nonchalantly and ignorantly live in the Matrix and not know that they're in the Matrix, right? Just like in the movie. Remember Cypher? He wanted to go back in. Well, people, if you listen to me, it's going to make it really hard for you to go back into that Matrix. I'll tell you that. Why do you think this is called Exit the Matrix? See, you can exit the Matrix once you align your body, mind, and spirit to the understanding of what this world is and the reality of this world. And all of a sudden, the scales fall from your eyes and you see. Is the Matrix real? Well, it's real because we allow it to be real, people. We empower it with our own creative abilities, with our own energy. They just manipulate us. They're warlocks and witches. They understand how to use us to further their own ends. They're parasites, people. These demons, these archons that rule this world are parasites. And there's parasites in your body. These things are parasites of your spirit, of your mind. This world is a parasitic world. Everything it can do to limit what you are. Because think about this, people. Outside of this realm, you are an all-powerful, immortal being. You are with the Creator. You can create worlds. That's what we're here. We're here to... Originally, this was set up for us to learn how to create worlds and manage worlds. Because the Creator wants His creation to keep expanding. And He does it through His children, us. And we come here to learn. It's a classroom. But this classroom has been hijacked. And you know what, people? I'm starting to wonder, perhaps that was the whole point of this, right? That because how would you learn if the curriculum wasn't hardcore? So could you imagine a more hardcore curriculum than perhaps us coming to a world to learn that's completely ruled by demons, by a demiurge, and that you're tricked in this realm to believe that that demiurge is the good guy? Think about that. So all of you that, and I'm sure none of these people are actually watching this video right now, only the real ones are, but those that would come at me on a daily basis on my various platforms and laugh about, oh, you're believing a movie like it's real life. They're in the Matrix, people. Yeah, they're too dumb to know. And I'm sorry I'm being harsh, but it is the absolute truth. So, hey, I appreciate you guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Please subscribe and come find Exit the Matrix on all the various platforms, on X, on Facebook, Instagram, Truth Social, and Rumble also, but I have not been able to get any videos to upload on Rumble. I don't know if I need to start a new account on there. I'm not sure, people. I'm trying to really get some solid ground built under this YouTube platform. And Rumble's where I plan to go with the hardcore information. And if you remember yesterday in my video, or the last video I did, I mentioned that I'm going to start a new program to raise some money so I can get some better equipment to start doing interviews and start taking this platform larger, where people will have the ability, they can donate to Exit the Matrix. $25 will get you a half an hour one-on-one with me. We can talk about any subject over Zoom, and if you'd like, we can even record that so you can keep that. And $50 or more would get you an hour of my time. I don't have any special, products that I can sell you directly. I do have some sponsors I work with. You should check out their products. I post their links all over Facebook and under the videos a lot of times in the descriptions. However, the best value I can give you in exchange, energy for energy, would be my time. And, us picking each other's brains, and we can debate, we can just have conversations, we can talk about whatever subjects you want. So, anyways, hey, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later.